Hey guys, it's Merce. Welcome back to Harpies in the Trees. Today I'm going to be doing a nighttime edition book review of Penpal by Dathan Auerbach. But before we get into Penpal, I just wanted to say a quick thank you for everyone who has subscribed. I just reached 600 subscribers a few days ago. It's a really tiny number, I know, but it's really important to me. It's just awesome to be able to have this creative outlet, so I thank you so much. Now, let's talk about Penpal. I picked up Penpal because it was in my Instagram feed constantly. I was just seeing it I don't know, a few times a week. It was just popping up and I was interested by the cover and also the synopsis on the back. I'll read it to you because it's really short. In an attempt to make sense of his own mysterious and unsettling childhood memories, a man begins to reconstruct his past. As the games and adventures of his youth become engulfed by a larger story, he finds that it forms a tapestry of unbelievable horror that he never could have expected. I like this concept of there being something in your childhood that you could never fully understand or figure out. Always something that had been a mystery to you. Something that always maybe didn't feel right. Something that never became explained. Something that seemed to be only somehow stuck to you. And I like that this character goes back and is trying to uncover these secrets. Our narrator is a 5-year-old boy. So everything we see and everything we perceive is through the lens and the mind of a 5-year-old kid. He finds himself in the middle of the woods at night by himself with no shoes on and no socks. Just laying there. He doesn't know how he got there. He doesn't remember how he got there. He's very confused and scared because he does not recognize this area at all. So he spends a lot of time trying to find his way home. He finds himself going in circles. He doesn't know which direction to go. But eventually, hours and hours later, with bleeding feet, he does come to his house. However, there's something about the house that is really unsettling for him, and that is that the lights are on and that there are people there. And he has this very foreboding, horrible feeling about these people, that they might be dangerous somehow. They end up being his mother and a police officer. You have a feeling that there is something there. There's something more there than just what happened. We grow up with the narrator and we go through other events and mysteries with him, and all of those events lead to a really horrible conclusion in the end. Penpal is so fucking creepy. It is extremely creepy. It is the creepypasta of creepypasta. It is just like, I didn't really expect it to be that creepy, I guess, because I think what makes this book creepy is that these are recollections of a 5-year-old. You see the world through his innocence, of just being a kid, and he's trying to make sense and trying to understand these really strange and dangerous events that are happening. So the narrator is very vulnerable, and that adds to the uneasiness of the story. This was really hard to put down. There was a section in the middle that was a little drawn out, that seemed kind of, like it slowed everything down really like a lot. But that didn't last too long, and I felt the ending could have been a little beefier, not because the concept wasn't solid, but just because I feel like just the playing out of the ending just could have been a little longer, because it did feel a little rushed to me to kind of like tie everything up. The first half of the book is just so perfect. It's so perfect and so amazing and so creepy and shit, and just like really entertaining. It has these true crime vibes, and it has a mystery that's like really mysterious, like a really mysterious mystery, like you're just dying to know, like, what is it? Why is this happening? What are these things, And the kid is really likable. He's just like your typical next door kid, but he's definitely smart, but he's not like so smart where you're just like, okay, this doesn't, this isn't believable to me that, a 5-year-old kid could have the emotional experience of like a 30-year-old, like, no. But he's definitely smart and he's interesting, and the way that he's perceiving the world is really interesting too, because he's perceiving it as a 5-year-old. So like, for instance, his relationship with his mom is like she's just like this emotional creature in his life, and he always thinks that she's gonna be mad and he's gonna be in trouble. That's all he ever really connects her to. And that's really interesting, because when you're reading the story, it's like she doesn't seem that way, but he's perceiving her this way. And this story, you know, being a child and being in a situation that's so dangerous, and having this perspective is really unique. Insanely clever thing about this book is that this story could be 100% real, and it could happen to me, it could happen to you. It's probably happened to many people already. This story is setting up these events and how these events are happening, how they're connected. And these events are not crazy supernatural situations. They're like everyday shit, right? And that's what makes it so creepy. The inside of this book also has what looks to be a type of police report. In the acknowledgements, Auerbach does thank the no sleep community of Reddit. The story did start there. That makes a lot of sense. I feel like the style of it and the uniqueness of it really speaks of like the no sleep creepypasta type universe. Maybe this story is real, you know, and that kind of adds to, you know, the creepy factor. So this is a really cool read. You'll be invested as soon as you start reading it. You're gonna wanna know where the story goes. It's entertaining, it's creepy, it's chilling, it's unsettling. So my rating for Penpal is 86 points out of 114, and that's a 4-star read. Thanks for hanging out with me today so we could talk about my latest creepy read. If you'd like to support me in these videos that I do, please subscribe. You can send me a message at Harpies in the Trees on Instagram. Recommendations and feedback are always welcome. I hope you have a really great weekend and everything is going super well for you. I'll talk to you next time.